Hello, hello. What's up, boss? Ladina. Ladina. Nina.
Hey,
Welcome to this week's edition of the Cheap Pop Podcast brought to you by First GenXers and the Double KK Double Network. So, first of all, as always, shameless plug time. Find us on you can find us on Facebook, Cheap Pop Podcast, Facebook.com/Cheap Pop Podcast 25. Follow us, get show updates, see clips from the show, keep up with what's going on with Cheap Pop. All right. So first, as always, we dive into the hot topics.
hmm
All right.
and
And we're gonna open up. What's up?
before we do that, he's not here with us yet, but apologies to our buddy Saint Asian K28 for last night.
Yeah.
Um, I jumped in. He had messaged me about half hour. He did his job. He
Yeah.
messaged me about half hour before I went on last night and said that he's probably going to run a little long. I did not see that message,
Mm.
so um, apologies that I dropped his stream last night while he was cooking. That is totally on me.
Oh, yeah. No,
I was
mistakes are made.
excited. I was
We're
excited
all
to show
human.
off the new toy I got in Fallout 76, but
Oh man, it's all good. It's all good. I'm pretty
yeah.
sure he doesn't take it personally. I'll say, all right. So what we're gonna open up with this week is the same thing we opened up with last week, and that is the Wonder Man talk.
Oh yeah.
For those of you who have watched the show, all 8 episodes are available on Disney Plus. They are not a sponsor, but that's just letting you know where you can find it.
Yeah.
So far, my guy here has made it through 6 of 8. I managed to finish it. To me, it was an epic series, but let's talk. I think we got 1 through 3 done last week, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
So let's talk 3 through 6. Like it's
Um,
first of all, we have our Doorman episode.
for the Doorman episode.
was
Oh my god, that was just. I mean, for a literal D-list Marvel character like Doorman is,
yeah,
that was spectacular to see that
yes,
in there. Um, also great to see Josh Gad do a cameo and be able to make fun of himself
yeah,
on there in
yeah,
that way. And we find out that when Simon goes for the read for Wonder Man
mm,
in episode like 1 or 2, and he
yeah.
signs the contract, it's actually called the Doorman clause
Okay, okay.
because Josh Gad is officially missing in the MCU.
That's amazing. I like that.
He
I
he
like
he
that.
literally he literally went into Doorman and has years, 4 years before the series starts, and has not been seen since.
Dang. Like I kind
Also,
of picked up on that. I just thought it was just like a side story. I didn't know it was like
yeah, no,
actually supposed
it's
to
a
be
little bit of
canon.
context, yeah, but
Yeah.
also, can we talk about Mario Lopez doing the Entertainment Tonight thing with the backs? That
Yeah,
was
that was great.
everything about it is
Never aging Mario Lopez.
yeah, everything about Wonder Man. It is peak Hollywood in there. I'm not talking about like peak filmmaking. I'm talking about peak Hollywood process.
Yeah.
Is fantastic.
Like it's definitely an insider's look into what the
Yeah,
day-to-day life of a
yeah.
lot of
That
people
and also
really are.
um that and just general life in LA,
Yeah. Yeah.
because episode 5 is um Trevor's past catches up with him.
Oh
And
yes. Oh yes. When they go do the job for the kid. And
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Trevor,
that is by far the most hilarious
it
episode.
was fantastic
Like
because we know that from Iron Man 3 that Trevor took the job simply to pay back his drug dealer, and he
Yeah.
got sidetracked. Well, now
Yeah.
what? 10+ years later,
He comes
the
back.
drug dealer
Yeah.
and his boys catch up with Trevor,
No,
and
that's just so
Simon
amazing.
has to show off a little bit of his power to defend Trevor,
Yeah.
and gets captured by a kid on with a GoPro
With
on a
the
scooter.
GoPro,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
No, wait a minute. Here's what's funny.
yeah,
Here's a trivia question for you. The girl in the house,
uh-huh.
okay? Does she or does she not look like the girl in Runaways?
I don't know. I haven't seen much of Runaways. Are you talking about Carolina?
I'm talking about the girl that could talk to the dinosaur creature thing.
Oh, Gertie. No,
Yeah.
she doesn't. I mean, she could have
I
had a
could
lot
swear
of great.
she
Yeah,
looks exactly like her.
it,
But hold on, we're gonna pause for a quick second talking Wonder Man
yeah.
so that I can bring this man in. He's always out doing good deeds, so that's why sometimes he's LFW, which we call him Mr. LFW. Late for work.
Yeah.
Welcome to the stage.
Fuck
The one
both
and
of
only
y'all
Point Man.
motherfuckers, okay?
I will accept the fuck you because mea culpa. That was my fault last night. I'm sorry. I busted.
Yeah, I'm
into
just
your
glad.
shit.
Listen. I'm just glad I ended that shit on time, man. Because it was immediate.
Like,
I was like, what the fuck?
I push broadcast in there. I start playing. I get the notice. You have 6 viewers. Like, what? Do we get a raid or something? And then I check my phone and it's like, oh shit.
He just went on there.
Oh, so
That was good stuff.
Like I told him, though, it happens. Mistakes are made. It's all good. But no, we're talking episode 5 of Wonder Man with when Trevor Slattery, or not Trevor Slattery, but when the Mandarins caught up to him.
Yeah.
And they ended up at the house with the kid that was making the candy.
Yeah, everyone thinks he's a drug dealer.
Yeah, I brought up a side tangent that the girl that was in the house with him looked like the girl from Runaways. If not from Runaways, she's definitely got to be the girl from fucking season 2 of Saved by the Bell on Peacock.
Yeah, but Gertrude Yorks.
Gertrude Yorks.
Yeah.
But yeah, but anyway. So what are your thoughts? We discussed it.
Well, I have not. I hate to say it, gentlemen, but I have not gotten the opportunity to finish watching Wonder Man. It's been so much.
Well, we're only doing 3 through 6 now. Dave hasn't finished it either. I'm the only one that's finished it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you went. Oh, so you did the binge. You did the binge. The Great for 8,
which is another topic of contention where fans are divided. Whether it's like, well, is it better to have the weekly release or the binge release? And I'm going to chime in and say I think the weekly release is a better option because that's what keeps the water cooler conversation going.
I'm going to agree with you right there, because that was exactly what I was going to say. The weekly releases are a great storytelling mechanism.
Yes,
that keeps people interested in your story. Whereas the binge, people can sit down and watch it all in one night, and then within 2 weeks they've forgotten about it, and they've moved on to the next talking point, the next series that they are binge watching.
I mean, how many times did we, just, dude, did you see what happened on Babylon 5 last night, or Deep Space Nine, or can you believe that?
Yeah.
Cliffhangers.
Before we end pop culture, I gotta talk Starfleet Academy real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We're not even out of hot topics. We haven't even gotten into pop culture corner yet. But I'll give you the moment to talk about. You two the moment to talk about.
Yeah, listen.
Go ahead. What's up? Last thoughts on Wonder Man.
Wonder Man thoughts. Only up to what you know. I mean, like I said, I thought that the Doorman episode was just perfect. It was great.
Well done from every aspect.
Everything about the Wonder Man series is the peak Hollywood experience.
What got me was this with the Doorman episode, and I will say this as a final thought.
Mm-hmm.
It took me about half the episode to realize I was watching somebody different.
Yeah.
Like, and don't get me wrong, like, I'm not trying to say like all black people look alike, but like I could have swore dude was Simon. Like I was like, oh, it's Simon. Like, why are they calling him Devontae? Like, or Dwayne? I was like, what's going on here? And it took me a minute to realize this is a side story, and this wasn't necessarily the full story, or this wasn't the Simon part of the story.
And I knew from online spoilers that this episode was going to talk about Doorman in there, and so I feel a lot better because I was in the same boat.
I looked at him, I was like, why is Simon doing that? When did he get that power? Oh, is that his power? He can do that? And then like Doorman, ding. I was like, ding dong, what?
Ding dong, bitch.
Ding dong, bitch. Anyway, we'll get to watching. One more thing we want to talk about on Hot Topics before we go, and that is the one and only Steven Spielberg has finally achieved the precious and elusive EGOT after landing his first Grammy win.
I think there's only 6 people who have one.
Mm-hmm.
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony.
He won for producing the music by John Williams film,
documentary, So he has
4 Emmys, 3 Oscars. He has a Tony, and then now this is his first Grammy.
Yeah. Did he get the Tony for Color Purple? Was he a producer on that?
No. He got the Tony for producing A Strange Loop.
Okay.
Which I would assume is a Broadway play.
Yeah.
In order to win a Tony, right? Because Tony is broad. Tony is stage.
Pretty much, yeah.
He's got 4 Emmys for the Pacific Band of Brothers. Steven Spielberg presents A Pinky and Brain Christmas. Really? He won an Emmy for that? That's dope. And Steven Spielberg presents Taken. Tony for producing A Strange Loop, and 3 Oscars for Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan. This is Spielberg's first Grammy nomination as well as his first win.
Yeah. Yep.
Only 21 people have achieved the status of winning an Emmy, a Grammy, Oscar, and Tony in their careers, including past Spielberg collaborators Rita Moreno, as well as Audrey Hepburn, with Mel Brooks, Elton John, Whoopi Goldberg, John Legend. Wow, I didn't know John Legend was an EGOT. Andrew Lloyd Webber, Jennifer Hudson, Viola Davis. I knew about Viola Davis. Composers Richard Rodgers and Alan Menken, Benj Pasek, and Justin Paul.
Okay. I was off on the 6. I guess it was more like 6 living now, but even then, that's still a lot more than I thought. So,
here's something I found out the other day that was funny. First and foremost, congratulations to Idris Elba. He was knighted recently. He is now Sir Idris Elba. We will refer to him as that. Yeah, we will refer to him as that from now on. But Sir Idris Elba and Sir is one of only. We were looking at it, one of only 3,000 living people who have been knighted, right? And I was telling him I was talking to Swab about it, and he was like, well, that's a lot, dude. He's like, I thought there was maybe only a couple of hundred.
No.
And I go, but when you look at the grand scheme of things, only 3,000 people out of 3 billion on this planet.
No, 7 billion
are knights.
Yeah, 7 billion.
7 billion. That's even more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it is a rare title to have. It doesn't seem like it when you hear 3,000, but when you compare that 3,000 to 7 billion people on the planet, it's a rare title to have.
Yeah, and more importantly, it puts him in the company of actors like Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Anthony Hopkins.
Sir Ian McKellen. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking very rare company here.
Guy who I was reading about that they said actually takes offense to it if you do not call him sir, because he considers it something that he earned.
Who is it?
And I forgot who it was.
Yeah.
Forgot who it was.
I can imagine. Actors are people. You know, as we're learning in Wonder Man, actors are people. You're going to have your guys who are casual about it. You're going to have your guys that are self-important about it.
Yeah. Bow before me, my eye and my knight. All right. So, let's take that.
Sir, you're going to address me as Sir Driss. Go get my fucking coffee. No,
I'm Sir Driz, bitch. Anyway. All right. So Dave has something he's been itching to talk to us about all week, and that is Le Muppet Show.
Oh my God. Did you tap in on that, Saint?
No, I have not.
Oh my, okay. So I grew up like we all did on the original Muppet Show. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I was like 11 years old when that shit debuted. Dude. So yeah.
10 out of 10 or 9.9 out of 10 from me, because the only thing that I can detract from is that it's all new voices aside from Dave Goltz, who's back to voice Gonzo. So it's just kind of a weird.
So what? No Frank Oz?
No, Frank Oz didn't return to play Piggy. So, I mean, man gets his rest. Okay, he deserves it.
Yeah.
And also the lack of the returning skits. We didn't have Veterinarians Hospital. We didn't have Pigs in Space. But the humor and the writing was on point.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
Dude, the show opens with Kermit walking into the old theater, turning on all the lights and everything. We got the stage lighting coming on. We got the curtain fully lit and everything. And in the background, the Rainbow Connection is being played on piano. Da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da. And then he goes to sit on his desk. He takes a sip out of his coffee cup. And then he looks to the left. And we pan left. And it's Rolf playing on there. And he's like, Rolf, have you been here this whole time? And Rolf replies, well, what do you think? This was just a nostalgic montage in your head?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that, because
it is beautiful. And
listen, the Muppet Show, well, the Muppet Show to me was basically like with all the great guest stars and all that kind of stuff. And like I said,
Kermit even passes a hall in the theater where it's got pictures of the guest stars in there. You see Steve Martin, you see Rita Moreno, you see all these classic stars.
It was a badge of honor back in that day.
It was. It honestly was.
The Muppet Show or something like that.
And they also keep the pop culture references on point. I mean, we don't get Pigs in Space, but we have.
I'm pretty sure Pigs in Space will be back.
Oh yeah. all the Pigs in Space Muppets were being used in there. You know, Link and Dr. Strange Pork in their costumes and everything. But we had a skit called Pigs in Wigs, which is basically Muppet Pig Bridgerton.
Pigs in Wigs.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me we get a spoof of Bridgerton with the Muppets?
Oh,
I have to see. You know what? I definitely have to see that. I'd pay to watch that one.
It is fantastic, and any Muppet you can name, past or present, is in there. They cleared out the Jim Henson Creature Shop to get everybody in there. The only one that I saw that was missing was Walter from the Jason Sudeikis Muppet movie. The new Muppet that gets introduced in there. He's not in there, but the guest stars are fantastic. Sabrina Carpenter was the guest star. She knocked it out of the park. I mean, I'm not a fan of her music or anything, but she lived up to it. I mean, there's a bit where she and Piggy are just kind of taking shots at each other back and forth in the dressing room. And she's like, "Well, Miss Piggy, you're an icon. There is no Muppet Show without a Piggy musical number." And Piggy's like, "Oh, that's so sweet." And like, I mean, I grew up on you. My parents grew up on you. Their parents grew up on you.
No, we don't need to talk about all that. We don't need to talk about all that, youngin. It's all good.
Exactly. Sabrina and Kermit do a duet of Islands in the Stream, which, because Piggy got her musical number cut, she literally yanks Kermit mid-song over the boat in the swamp set, tosses him in the water, gets into the boat with Sabrina, and starts singing the Kenny Rogers part. And Sabrina's like, hilarious. "Now you're in the boat and I'm freaking out." It was just perfect. Great cameos from Maya Rudolph. Fantastic revival of Muppet Labs, Beaker and Bunsen, where Bunsen's testing something on Beaker, and Bunsen's like, "Oh, calm down, Beaker. This won't hurt me a bit."
Yeah. Oh man.
Maya Rudolph.
Gonna have to check that out.
Seth Rogen, because it's absolute chaos because they overbooked the show for talent, and so they have to cut stuff, and so Fozzie takes over letting people know. Fozzie goes up to Seth Rogen, who's the executive producer for this, and Seth is in the wings on the stage watching, and he's just kind of waiting to go on and everything, and Fozzie comes up and says, like, "Oh man, it's been my lifelong dream to be on the Muppet Show." And Fozzie says, "So do you have any other dreams?" And tells him that his bit's been cut. It's like, wait a minute, how's my bit cut? I'm the executive producer of this. It's like, oh, well then you can tell yourself why you had to be cut.
You should be able to easily explain this to yourself. Like I said, we'll have to
bring it. This was a perfect pilot for a revival. Bring it back. Everyone was on there, and the end scene after the closing musical number is Statler and Waldorf are back. They don't do as much heckling, but they do quite a bit. And at the end, I think it's Statler, the leaner one, is like, "Huh, what's this pain I got in my left arm?" in there, and you're kind of getting, what we got here? And Waldorf goes, "Well, it sure didn't come from clapping." Oh,
that sounds hilarious. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to check it out.
I can adjust to the new voices, but the thing is that it was spot on with the classic writing and with the mixture of innocence and innuendo. Like Kermit goes after Sabrina Carpenter's first musical number goes awry because, of course, it's the Muppet Show. Kermit goes to apologize to her and say, "I'm sorry that things didn't work out as we planned because we're still working out a few kinks." And Sabrina Carpenter goes, "Well, that's okay. I like a few kinks." Yeah, I see that eyebrow raised. Yeah. And the adults know exactly what's going on there, but the kids are like, ah. So absolutely
awesome.
beautiful. Watch it. Um, I haven't even covered half of the material that they lay out there. Um, it's just perfect from beginning to end. Oh, and also no cooking with Swedish chef bit, but that's stuff that we can look forward to if this gets picked up for series.
Yeah, because
That's
there's no
thing.
Muppet Show without Dr. Honeydew.
Yeah, we got Bunsen and Beaker back in there, but like I said, there was no pigs in space, no veterinarian's hospital, no Swedish chef cooking. But Yep. But Gonzo's stunt was fantastic, where he was going to go through hoops of fire with slicing blades in between each one, while on self-propelled roller skates, while reciting every Oscar winner in the category of Best Supporting Actress. Typical Gonzo
doing it.
Yeah, overdoing it, and that's
way too much.
That's Gonzo's gag throughout the entire thing, is him just zipping through a scene while still reciting off Oscar winners in there. It was and literally every Muppet that you can name was in there. I just can't stop gushing about it. It's like re-experiencing your childhood, and yes, this was just as awesome as you remember it was when you were 10.
Okay.
Nice. I said we'll have to flip on the Netflix and check it out.
Disney Plus.
No, it's Disney Plus, dude.
Is it Disney Plus? All right, well, I'll check it out.
Everybody came through with their assignment. Maya Rudolph was great. Yeah. We got the Muppet Newsflash guy for a quick bit. It's...
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll get that same excitement.
Words cannot describe how great it is. Okay.
Well, there you go.
You just got to experience it.
Okay. Well, we fully recommended by Room Scryer, and me and Saint will have to check it out. All right. So there was something else I was going to jump onto real quick before we move on to the next pop culture thing, and that was finally got a chance to really watch. I watched the first couple of episodes of they remade, or they did a reboot, or not a reboot, but a kind of continuation of the Night Court show. For those of you who may not remember, Night Court was a great show with Harry Anderson and John Larroquette, where they were just in a New York night court and just the crazy happenstances that happened there.
This was last year is when it came out.
They've had 3 seasons, so it's been
3
2
seasons.
years.
Okay, so they are on season 3. Good.
Yeah. I'm about midway through season 2 right now, or late season 2, early season 3. But I've been rewatching it, and first and foremost, love Melissa Rauch. Like I've loved her since she was in The Big Bang Theory as Bernadette, and so loved her as Abby Stone. As Harry Stone's the main character from the original Night Court. She's supposed to be his daughter.
Yeah. Sadly, Harry Anderson died way too young.
Yeah, big time. But they did manage to return John Larroquette. The dichotomy of
I love the switch up to where Dan Fielding is now the prosecuting attorney rather than
he's the public defender.
He's the public defender. In the new one, he's the public defender.
Yeah, they switched the role for him. But he's still the same Dan Fielding. Yep. If you know, you know.
Fielding. And I love how they so far I've loved how they've taken, especially in season 2, they took a lot of old Night Court stories and kind of gave them new life and closure, so to speak. The story with.
Do we get Bert Spiner back?
Yes, you did.
Oh,
yes. Also, my favorite one so far has been the storyline involving Roz. The fact that they brought Marsha Warfield back.
Yeah.
Not only did they bring Marsha Warfield back, but they made her character gay, and I was like, that's awesome. Like, and she's still Roz. Like Dave gushed about how the Muppet Show thing was written in such a way that.
Well, I mean, Roz. I mean, Marsha Warfield. But I mean, Marsha Warfield's has been gay. She's been out publicly for like.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying, like the fact that they correlated that with the character in Night Court is what I loved about. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, it's in the sense of the writing and how it's written and the comedy within it, like it reminds me, it had me having a lot of laugh out loud moments that I had with the original show. You know, like I used to watch Night Court on KBHK.
That was
basically in syndication. I very rarely ever watched it when it was brand new. I always watched it after the fact.
Yeah,
but the show always made me laugh out loud, and they did a good job of rebooting.
That was really my first adult sitcom, adult as in adult humor, grown-up humor in there. I wasn't even into Cheers when I started watching Night Court. And
I love Cheers.
Oh yeah,
Cheers was the business. Cheers was the business for me in the last maybe 3 or 4 seasons. That's pretty much when Kirstie Alley got into it. But from Night Court, all the way from Selma Diamond, all the way to the pretty much
Marky
to the
Post.
very end.
Yeah.
I have forgotten that Dan and what's her name, Christine, had actually ran off together. That he went to DC with her at the end of the show until I was watching the new Night Court and he ran into her little sister.
Yeah.
Like you find out what happened to Dan and Christine. Like I said, the way they tie it all back to the original. And then Lucretta is the name of the actress that plays basically what Marsha Warfield's role was in the original Night Court. She's the bailiff. Too bad they couldn't bring back Richard Mole.
Well, I think he passed away.
But he passed.
Yeah, I was gonna say he did. Yeah. I'm aware of it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It sucks because like I would have loved to see Bull. Like Bull was one of the best characters like on the show.
He was fantastic. Yeah.
So
I love
but in general,
Bull's actual first name was Nostradamus. I just love that bit.
Oh my goodness! I love the way that they played him as the giant.
Dan's name originally is Reinhold.
Yeah,
which was named after the creator of the show, Reinhold Weege. So
yeah.
Well, his first name was supposed to be Reinhold.
Yeah.
Because they did a bit about his last name that he's not really a Fielding, he's an Elmore. And he had this thing with Dave Foley that just again had me laughing out loud.
He was an accordion player.
Yeah. I need to shell out the cash for Peacock, I guess, unless I've got it as part of.
No, it's on Netflix.
Oh, it's on
All
Netflix.
3 seasons are on Netflix now.
Oh, hell yes. Yes.
So, yeah, it's worth it. And like I said, I will forever. Oh, and for those of you Big Bang heads, before we move on from this, in this episode or in this universe of the Night Court universe, Bernadette gets to date Raj. Kunal Jamar, the guy the guy that played Raj in Big Bang Theory, he actually makes an appearance as some random guy that actually dates Abby.
Nice.
Melissa Rauch's character. So Raj actually did get to, for those of you who know Big Bang Theory and Raj's crush on Bernadette, like they actually got to date on Night Court.
I like that.
But in general, like it's a really good show. I'm having fun watching it, and just shout out to Michelle Hemphill for his recommendation of the show Hustle. I I just checked out one episode of it. Started out slow, like I said to him. Started out slow, but by the end of it, I was like, okay, I gotta watch more, and I'm going to watch more. I'm off all not this upcoming week, but the week after that, I'm off all that week. So I'll probably blow through the series that week. But yeah, what I saw initially, I was like, yeah, you got to just go watch it. It's for free. It's for free to watch if you have Prime.
Right.
If you like shows like Leverage and Leverage Redemption, you'll like Hustle.
Well, Leverage was kind of based off of Hustle.
Yeah, but I do agree with Jamil. Like the big difference, with Jamil, the big difference in the show is basically Hustle is 5 Sophies. You watch Leverage, like you know what I'm talking about. It's 5 Sophies. It's not a hitter, a hacker, and everybody like that. It's 5 grifters. That's the major difference between the two. But yeah, but definitely, I want to say I've even heard the creator, like Dean Devlin, has said that like Hustle was a small inspiration for the Leverage show. But anyway, so let's move forward here. Dave, I'm gonna have to have you take this because I have to run real quick. The next subject up is the Return of the Dragon.
Yes, everybody, you remember The Last Dragon? Who's the toughest? I said, really? Who's the toughest?
No. You gotta put some bass in there, man. Come on now. Gotta put some bass in there. Hold on. Yep. Shout out to the one and only Be More Humble, and hey. Happy motherfucking birthday.
Yep.
Yes, indeed, Be More. That's right. I'm gonna say it on air. Happy birthday. That's Be More.
Happy birthday, sir. Yeah.
Oh shit! Wait a minute. Hold on. Well. Queen it shall be. Oh, thank you. Definitely appreciate you tapping in with the raid. What's going on? Oh, Lady J776, how you doing?
I'm not on.
Good to see everybody. See,
I'm not looking on the Twitch channel, so.
See, that's where you're fucking up at, man.
Yeah, I'm on my laptop, so. But yes, so.
You better get 2 screens, man. Yeah. What's wrong with you? No, I'm just.
So, I'm taking this abuse to make up for what I did to you last night. So.
Oh yeah. You almost
lay on the fucking shit,
you almost buckled. Yeah, you almost buckled the blunt, but that's okay. That's okay.
Getting back to the topic of discussion.
Yeah. No, we almost got cut, but not worried about it. But yeah, let's go ahead with Ty-Mac.
Ty-Mac, Bruce Leroy is coming back in a new martial arts film
called Paper. I think it's called Paper Made, and it's also an HBCU production. So I'm thinking that this is something that's going to be it's going to be good. This would be Ty-Mac's first role in I don't know how many years.
Yeah,
I know it hasn't been since The Last Dragon, but there have been a couple of parts in there that he's in there. So I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, after 40 years, shit, he better come on, man. Let's do it right. Let's do it right.
Let's do it right. Yep. No word on whether or not he's going to have the glow still, but we'll see.
Cheap reference.
Yeah.
Cheap reference.
Sorry, my mic was muted. Sorry about that.
Who's the master?
Show enough.
I said. Let me stop.
Man, I tell you, like that scene still sends chills down my spine when that thing starts glowing. He comes up, me. Whoa! And everything has the Dragon Ball Z like pop to it. Pow! Oh, pop!
Yep, with the 80s rotoscoping. But dude, I was when I did Chicago C2E2 by myself. Mr. Jamil Hemphill,
Yeah.
pushing our NPC line. When I was at that convention by myself in Artist Alley, I had some fantastic moments. Okay. One of them was a dude dressed as Show Enough walking down the aisle, and then he shouts out, "Who's the master?" And the entire floor that could hear him shouted out, "Show Enough!"
No, I'm gonna give you I'll give you a real kick, and I know we're not in that department yet, but there's this game from the makers of this other game called Shaolin versus Wu-Tang, and there have been like 3 games. There was a game before then, and the main villain of the whole game was a version of Show Enough. Nice. And that was really crazy, and it was on Steam. But when I saw it, I was like, wait, what? Yeah. Like there was versions of Bruce Lee and all that other kind of stuff, but Show Enough was supposed to be the major villain. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah, but also that was the C2E2 that I'm sitting there. It's getting close to closing time, and I've still got the comics. I'm starting to pack everything up for the night, and Mr. Tony Todd himself,
nice,
is walking down the aisle, going to a panel. He pauses for a second, and he notices some of the comics, and he spends 2 minutes of his time just talking to me.
Nice.
I mean,
nice. That is always awesome.
Fantastic, man. Rest in peace and power, sir. And all that emotion of that Deep Space Nine episode with him playing the elderly Jake Sisko, that just all came back to me, hit me like a hammer.
Yeah,
you talking about it right now is just taking me back to watching him in the last Final Destination movie.
Yeah, Tony Todd is not Candyman. He is not the scary guy from Final Destination. He literally is old Jake Sisko. That is his true self right there. If anyone wants to know what he's like. And there's some other stuff that I'm going to bring up from Deep Space Nine a little bit later in pop culture.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Next up, we got a little story that's kind of like video game and crossover, and that is about Baldur's Gate TV series set for HBO will be a continuation of Baldur's Gate 3's story. Hit us up to what's going on here.
All right. So Baldur's Gate 3, we know it. We love it. And we know what a massive impact it had on the video gaming community, as well as the tabletop role-playing community. I mean, what else can you say about a game where you can romance, as either a male or female, you can romance a druid that turns into a bear?
Thank God, only in the video game world. Thank God.
Yeah, no, because I'm even thinking about questioning that type of choice. Like, what the hell?
The dude's just like
you fall in love with somebody, then they might turn around and eat you. No, thanks.
The dude's like a giant cinnamon bun. Okay, he is fantastic. But Hasbro is pimping out Baldur's Gate 3 to television. Now, Larian Studios, the makers of Baldur's Gate 3, they're done with the franchise. They're not reapplying for any more licenses. Right. They're not doing anything more. They're done with it. They're moving on. As we saw with their trailer, they're getting back to the Divinity universe. We had that trailer a couple weeks ago. Yeah. But Hasbro, the owners of Dungeons and Dragons, and ultimately the holders of Baldur's Gate 3, made a deal with HBO where they're going to do a continuation of the story of Baldur's Gate 3 in a TV series form.
Is it supposed to be live action or animated?
I believe it's going to be live action. I don't know. This is just
interesting.
Yeah, this is just hitting us right now. I would say my heart says live action. My head says animation. What?
Sorry. It's one of our viewers, Polar Knight, says as a barber, I love this show. It's every stage of beard growth. Then I looked at it and I was like, oh yeah.
Yep. You got the youngster over here just starting to grow.
But go on, Dave. Sorry.
Yeah, but like I said, my heart wants to be live action, but my head is telling me that Hasbro are too cheap ass to shell out for a live action.
We'll see though.
Hasbro's very definition of penny wise and pound foolish. They will literally do stupid decisions that get them just a little bit of money, but cost. It's why can we make billions when we can make millions?
Oh, all right. Here's from IGN's article by Simon Carty.
Yep.
Quote, the series will be helmed by Craig Mazin, no stranger to adapting video games to live action.
Yeah, I believe that's the live. That's Last of Us, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it is going to be live action. So let's win one for the heart finally. Now, whether or not
let's take a look.
Yep.
Now, The Last of Us, and because I watched, I played both games, and those games, they were spot on. There were parts in the game that you may not have seen with what you saw in the movie, because that bitch was crooked. She was crooked. I mean, she died, she died before going hand, but she was still crooked before she was giving Joel, kind of giving Joel the heads up and so forth. Yep. Yeah, she was crooked too.
Shout out to Lovely Radio Show joining us on the
hey, Miss Lovely
YouTube channel. Thank you. We appreciate
What's going on, Miss Toy? Hey.
Yeah.
I'll say, but yeah. Seems interesting enough. I'm pretty sure I'll check it out. I'm not a huge Boulder Gate guy. Like, I never really played the game. Even though it was just recommended to me by Jamil, a game called Everywhere, something like that. Everywhere, it's an app, but like the app is just an AI DM for a game of D&D.
Yeah,
like the only thing they're missing is basically being able to play it with other people.
That is the absolute bullshit. Is the AI
really?
The AI being
anything with gaming, anything with AI and gaming like right now is anyway, because I had found out something I was really pissed off about, because I had found out that there was a second version of there was actually a sequel. It was Tomb Raiders, I think it was 4, 5, and 6. And, old school games, they used AI for the voices. And they actually got caught up, and they had to apologize and remove the original, removing the AI from it, and had to return the original voices to it, and it was also a formal apology. So I mean, because I'm good. I'm good.
I don't know. I think the idea of having the ability for those who don't necessarily have the ability to play with others at all times, be able to have an app or something like that you can go into, where it's basically an algorithm that's just running scripts, or an AI that's creating characters in a vibrant world for you to play D&D. Like, I'll say it to you like this: our Jamil played the game, and he was glowingly talking about how well it's done and how well it's put together. And for him, as somebody who wanted to play D&D but never really got the chance as much as he would have liked to, it gives him an opportunity now in his 40s to play D&D without necessarily having to invest the time that comes with running a campaign on D&D. But go on, Dave. You get something. Sorry,
go ahead.
Go on. No, go ahead.
No, I totally understand, but at the same time, they're starting to try to use tabletop role-playing games as a truer measure of artificial intelligence. And I'm opposed to this simply because it's just going to increase the inshitification of the hobby. Because
so wow, okay.
Because Hasbro is already committed to AI. They get caught on it. They give some flip-flop. Okay, we don't use AI.
Give me just a second, fellas.
Yeah.
Go on, Dave.
Okay. So, but they say, we don't use AI artwork, but you did in these. Okay, we did use AI artwork on mistake. We'll never use it again in the future, but you just did again, and on and on and on. So it's just the process.
And I don't think this is first. I'll state this about the app. I don't think it's Hasbro owned. It's a D&D style. It's a D&D style game.
Yes, it is. But like I said in another place, Hasbro's going to glom onto this like a starving dingo onto a baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they've already been working towards this. Yeah. They want to. And as someone who is a forever DM, which is I'm always running, hardly ever playing, I still hate this concept. Because
here's the thing.
It's destroying human creativity.
But but here's the thing about it. How does having an AI DM program available take away from one's ability to just enter into a game with one's friends at somebody's house? You see what I'm saying? Like
I understand what you're saying.
It's a choice, it's still a choice. Like I get what you're saying about about the option being there, but I don't think as many people would choose the AI option as you guys do. I think more people would still choose the human player environment.
The old school, absolutely. Older players, we want that. This is how we interact socially.
Right.
Going forward, newer generation players and moving forward, though, that's the future is going to become predominantly AI, and us older gamers are going to die out. And that's the long-term plan.
I can understand that that's the plan. I don't think it's going to play out the way. I think the appeal of playing a game of D&D with you and a bunch of friends sitting around a table, I think it was shown with the popularity. What's up, Saint? Welcome back.
With Stranger Things.
With Stranger Things, that there's still even a younger generation of kids that are more happy to play it because of the interactions amongst each other. You know what I'm saying? That are more than willing to play it. My daughter is 17 and she plays in a D&D club every single day at school. Or not every single day, but every Wednesday she goes to a D&D club because they like the same interaction. I get what you're saying about the danger of it. Yeah. I just don't think that it'll ever get to a point where every game of D&D that's being played in the U.S. or in the world is all being managed by some AI DM. I think that the appeal of just like there's certain things that will always be done by humans because humans humans to do it.
Okay, I'll give you that because it was a movie back in 1983 called Mazes and Monsters, in which it was a movie starring Tom Hanks. And this was a movie.
And it also kicked off the Satanic Panic too.
Yeah. It was also, he kind of got
He got way too
he got way too much into into playing it. So
it was a lot of conflation. It was
like D&D be damned.
Yeah, but
no, seriously.
It was.
Listen.
Like I said, dude,
during the 80s, during that time when games like D&D, you know, like Dungeons and Dragons, then you had games like DC, you had the Indiana Jones games, you had the Marvel stuff, and you had all of this was a big thing during the 80s. They even had stores and comic books. The place in Berkeley, the games, the tabletop games place, that was all about those types of games. And my thing is,
but
let me throw a counterpoint out there. We're going to.
No. Let's hear the counterpoint.
I'm just saying I'm going to be silent for the rest of this because I'm just going to kick off so many tangents that we're never going to get past Pop Culture Corner. So
here's my thing with it. And it's just a counterpoint that the kind of final talking point on is this.
All right.
Monopoly, a game that basically, as far as we're concerned, is damn near as old as time. Okay, it came out early 70s or what?
Bro, that Monopoly's been around almost damn near. It'll be 100 years.
1930s.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
It was basically originally called the Landlord game, and it was propaganda against capitalism to show how capitalism creates monopolies and puts everyone out of work and the economy. Back to being
so no, that was great. So now Monopoly has been around almost 100 years. Now you can find Monopoly. You can play Monopoly on your Xbox. You can play Monopoly on your tablet. You can play Monopoly on your phone.
I got the latest version.
But yet still, people pull out that old board. I have 2 different versions of Monopoly in my closet, the Star Wars version and the regular version. And people still pull out those things and still have those marathon 4 or 5 hour games. It's not all the time, but people will still always, and this is kind of where my point was with the D&D thing, is people will still always long for that human connectivity that comes with sitting down and running a session of D&D or running a campaign of D&D with their closest friends. Not just us, but my daughter's generation. She's Gen Z, like her generation. They still enjoy that. That's why I say they can put the program out there. Hey, we have this lovely AI DM that you can use that will make up stories for you and da-da-da-da. But I think people will nothing will ever beat sitting down with your friends or having a friend sit down, write out a campaign. You know what I'm saying? And then you sit there and you go through this campaign that your friend, who is the DM, or your DM has come up with. I don't think that will ever lose its appeal. So therefore, I don't see a complete takeover by AI where everybody is using AI to play D&D. Because at a certain point, what makes D&D fun is the human connection that comes from running a game, working as a team. Even though it's not in a real capacity, you're working as a team to solve a goal, to achieve a goal, and that camaraderie will always take precedence over having the ease of AI. I think that there are definitely areas where AI can be dangerous and extremely dangerous, but I don't think that somebody using an AI to play to have a DM so that they can play a game of D&D by themselves without the other people, because not everybody likes people. So, but like somebody having an AI to be able to play a game of D&D because they are intrigued by D&D, but not necessarily intrigued by that part of it. I think having that option there is a good thing. But do I agree that yes, no, we don't want to get to a society where if you want to play D&D, you got to play with the D&D AI or whatever it is. But we do want to get to a point, because I don't think we'll ever get to that point realistically, because humanity within itself is always going to crave the face-to-face, the interactions, the doing things. This is what made games like Monopoly Go and Pokemon Go so popular, is there was some interaction there. You walked outside, you ran into people who were looking for Pokemon, you talked to them, you may have developed a new friend. You know, I think we will always, as much as video games are becoming more and more a part of everybody's everyday lives, and every household has a video game, I think that we as humans will always still crave the human interaction that comes with certain things. And then that won't be able to be replaced by interacting with an AI. Like, don't get me wrong, I love playing the computer on College Football 26, but I much better love playing Swab when we play in the championship game, even though he kicks my ass like 10 times out of every 11. But I still enjoy playing a human.
Trust and believe you me, we've talked. I've heard the stories.
Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, I enjoy it. And I enjoy it because of the human connection part. And I think that's what we underestimate when we go through our scenarios of how AI could take over in the future. I think the Terminator has some valid points, and we should definitely keep an eye out for things like Skynet. But I don't think we're as close to that as we think we are.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe.
But that was my rant for the day. If you got something to close us out, then we'll move on to just a quick announcement.
The only thing for pop culture I want to talk about, first of all,
we still got a couple of more subjects.
Okay, yeah.
We're going
closing out that subject, perfect.
You want to get in?
No notes.
All right, so just a real quick reminder, guys. I guess it'll be this year. MeTV will be airing The Wizard of Oz for the first time this century. It'll be a part of their Halloween programming. They'll be airing the original 1939 version of it. Both of y'all are old enough to remember seeing that live, so
I remember watching it live on my TV every Halloween, Thanksgiving season.
Yeah. I've watched that movie way too many times. My mom owned the old Disney VHS cassette. I'm pretty sure it's in my storage.
Yeah. It's not my jam. I know there are people who like it. So.
Watched it when I was a kid on regular TV. Okay, that's how it went, and it would come on damn near every year because it was either some movie. It was either I forget what holiday it is, because it was either The Wizard of Oz, like maybe during the holiday season of the year, and then of course the 10 Commandments, which came on every Easter. Trust and believe you me, we were there.
No, and let me add in one more. Every Christmas season, besides the claymation specials, The Hobbit every year on TV.
Yeah,
Christmas season.
Yeah,
the Rankin Bass animated Hobbit, which interestingly
enough, over the 9 fingers.
Yep.
I think that's something that is missing from today's society. Is that yearly event that everybody like? People used to gather around the TV with the family for the most. Like I was talking to Swab the other day. I was like, I have not watched the Grammys since I used to live with my mom. And that was because every year my mom made a big to-do about everybody gathering up in the living room and let's watch the Grammys. Let's watch the Oscars. Let's watch Bill Cosby show this week. Like we don't have anything really out there like that. That's like let's get together as a family and sit down and watch. Not as much as we used to, I should say.
And the one and done 70s, early 80s celebrity one-off holiday specials.
Yeah,
like the Star Wars.
Battle of the Network Stars.
Yes,
that was cringe. That was cringe TV. The 3 networks: CBS, ABC, NBC. Yeah,
but no, you want cringe holiday? Shout out to our dear departed friend TK Johnny. The Paul Lynde Halloween special. With special musical appearance by Kiss.
Yeah,
that's insane.
If you don't know,
that's about as insane as the Jerry Lewis telethons.
You have not
yearly
opened.
telethon.
Yeah, you have not opened the Necronomicon if you don't know about the Paul Lynde Halloween special. That
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you thought the Star Wars holiday special was bad. Oh no,
they kind of made up for it with the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. Like
that was
that was pretty dope.
Great. Yeah, but
yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I do agree that we need to have more annual holiday stuff on what is surviving of network TV now. Yeah. We don't have that anymore.
Like I'll say it like this too. Like, don't get me wrong. Hey, what's up, Tech Tinkers? It's nice that we get the Olympics. Like I can put on Peacock and watch any Olympic event I want. But also, it's like, what happened to like the I remember when I was a kid, the Olympics. Like there were times where I hated the Olympics because it was on every channel. Like you couldn't get away from it. Saturday afternoon, you want to watch some like TV or something, watch something silly. Nope.
Saturday morning, I have yet to be as pissed off as I was as like a 10-year-old kid when I think Laugh Olympics got preempted on Saturday morning and they cut away to, why are we cutting away to Rome? Okay, who cares about this smoke coming out of the chimney? The election of Pope John Paul II.
Oh my God.
You're interrupting my Scooby-Doo time for this shit?
No, listen, I can't speak on when it comes to, because in sports, in our household, and especially a Raiders household, was quite different. So I know that my dad still talks about the Heidi game.
I was just gonna say that.
Yes.
Game.
Okay. Dude. He still talks about the Heidi game. Okay.
For y'all that don't know,
man,
teams getting blown out. And so the network decided to switch to showing the movie Heidi instead of the rest of the game, and the team ended up coming back. As scheduled, and the team ended up coming back and winning the game, like on the last field goal or some shit. Like ever since then, this is why a lot of football games won't go away from a game until the last like couple of seconds before it's over, is because of the Heidi game incident.
Yep.
Oh man,
it was motherfuckers that was really mad about that. But the point is that like when it came to the cartoons and the stuff, like every Saturday morning,
that was serious business.
Yeah, every Saturday morning, the cartoons, you jumped off, and then all of a sudden, and even back then, NCAA came on at 9:00 in the morning in California. So when your cartoons are getting interrupted, you're like, what the fuck is this? I didn't want this shit.
Yeah.
Then you have to go to the other channels, and then wait a minute, hold on. Then the Summer Olympics. Now, Summer Olympics, we didn't really care about the Winter Olympics like that. Summer Olympics, because that's where all the important races and shit like that was going on. Okay.
We didn't care about the Winter Olympics until 1980.
Miracle on Ice.
But 76 and that time. But the Winter Olympics, but the important part of that is that we just didn't care.
Really?
Sports stuff like that, like I enjoyed that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
In the mornings, or
because kids now it's like they can I'll just switch the streaming to another streamer, or I'll just see what else.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think my daughter has watched live television in like close to the last decade. Everything she's watched has been on an app or on a tablet.
Yep.
Like, because I have apps for my TV. You know, I have a Fire Stick for my TV, so we don't have live TV. It's too expensive. So we don't
except
have live
for
TV.
except for sports.
Yeah,
Except
but
for
even the sports
sports
I watch, like when I go to watch the rest of the Super Bowl after we get off air, I'm gonna be turning on the Peacock app.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't have it. Like I used to have Hulu with live TV, and for me it was worth it. Like I was like, understand this. I was with Hulu live TV since it was in its beta stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they were just offering it to people who had Hulu as like, hey, by the way, you can get this for like $20 a month, for like $24 a month, and we'll give you like 50 channels. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. Instead of buying YouTube TV, because YouTube TV was on its way up at the same time.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and then I stuck with it. And that was how I watched my live TV for the longest time, for like close to a decade.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I lost my job last year, I finally had to let it go and just get with the streaming life.
Yeah. If you're just tuning in, you're watching three grumpy old men bitch about technology and kids.
Man, listen, I embrace
known as the Cheap Pop Podcast. All right.
Yep.
Look what y'all talking about.
All right. One more thing here we'll talk about before we move on to the promos.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Stand By Me actor Will Wheaton will be voicing an audiobook of Stephen King's book, The Body.
The Body, which was the basis of Stand By Me. More importantly, Will Wheaton's character in Stand By Me grows up to be the author narrator of Stand By Me. So, yeah, this is a full circle moment here.
Yeah.
This is big.
I was gonna say, I give much props at all times to Will Wheaton. That man has had an exquisite career, and he's managed to keep himself. He said, I just go to Pluto TV, public TV /free, but I rarely watch it.
Yeah.
I rarely watch it. Yeah, I would too, but it ain't really much for me to watch on Pluto. When they say the public live TV, it's normally the same shit that like Amazon has with the Prime Video and the live channels on Prime Video. Like they have two channels that I love on Prime Video that I watch all the time. The Leverage channel and the Connors channel. What do those two channels do? Exactly what you think they would do based on the name.
Yep.
Both of them just play those shows on loop from beginning to end, 24 hours a day.
I know that I know that Amazon's got like a Thundercats channel. Yep.
They've got a Thundercat, they've got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles channel, they've got multiple music video channels. Amazon, Amazon. And now Amazon has a deal with the NBA, so I can actually watch Warriors games from time to time on Amazon. Like Amazon's becoming the catch-all. Let's do it.
Sadly.
Yeah. But anyway, all right.
I wouldn't say that's sad.
I say it's sad simply because Jeff Bezos is an asshole.
Yeah. Well, I mean that part. Maybe.
I mean, most billionaires are assholes, but Jeff Bezos especially. So, all right.
So it says.
Speaking of, go ahead. Go.
Oh no, go ahead. I was just going to say, before you dive into your final, we got our final subject here about Marvel Studios' plans for Iron Fist reveal. David Tennant's Purple Man may return to the MCU. Yeah. So, gentlemen, how you feeling about that?
We'll see if Finn Jones wants to commit to the training and to be a good Iron Fist. I am perfectly fine with how they left the Netflix era. With Colleen Wing being the new Iron Fist. Yeah. So I kind of have mixed feelings about it because they literally, at the end of Iron Fist, they made a silk purse out of Sal's ear. And I will admit that Finn Jones was much better when he was doing the team-ups with Luke Cage and Luke's show.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I know what happened. He said what went wrong in there. I think the one thing that we can all agree on is that Scott Buck should never be a showrunner again.
Okay.
He's the one who gave us Inhumans. He's the one who gave us Iron Fist. He's the one that gave us season 8 of Dexter.
He went into a whole nother realm on you.
Which wasn't the best season. It wasn't the strongest season. It was still fine until they face plant the ending.
Well, say, it says that Finn Jones will be returning as Iron Fist, but is more of a hero and a mentor, and looking to replace. He'll still be Iron Fist, but he'll be looking for someone to replace him. So Finn Jones.
He's already got someone to replace him. Colleen.
Hold on. So the last time I heard, they wanted Lin Lei. So apparently, Marvel Studios is eager to bring back David Tennant as Zebediah Killgrave, aka Purple Man. He died in Jessica Jones season 1, but that's never stopped the villain's comic book counterpart.
Nope.
It's always worth noting that Purple Man played a pivotal role in Devil Reign storyline where Fisk considered running for president. Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, I think
and then you have to kind of figure, well, I mean, Marvel finally did bring the continuity into the TV shows. So yeah, I guess it is a part of that, but I don't know. They'll do some multi-universal fixer-upper type of shit. They'll do something.
I think that what's going to happen is that Killgrave will be back post Avengers Doomsday with the timeline squash up that brings in Fantastic Four and X-Men into the MCU fully.
I can see that. I don't know much about that storyline, but I can definitely see that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, David Tennant freaking killed the role. He kills every role that he's in.
Oh yeah, David Tennant. Oh yeah.
I'm just wondering if he's going to bring Martin Sheen into the MCU with him. His acting buddy, who plays the good angel in Good Omens, and
they killed Iron Man. They killed Marvel. Rest in peace, Tony Stark.
Dang.
Yeah, but David Tennant and Michael Sheen are best friends. They do so much stuff together. They have this fantastic podcast where they rip on each other the way that we do.
Nice.
And it's like there's this one thing where David Tennant and David and Martin were talking about or Michael. Gotta remember it's Michael, not Martin. Martin's the other guy. But David and Michael, they were just talking about what their future projects are, and David's and Martin says, "Oh, so another crime procedural then? Another wistfully looking out over a sea cliff and pondering murders and everything." And David's like, "There may be brooding involved, yes. I will be digging into my toolbox."
So
gotta
check it out.
Yeah,
we gotta check it out. Oh, one second. All right. So Dave, you got one more subject for us here on whatchamacallit, but yeah, Tech Tinker says his favorite one is the classic Star Trek channel, 24/7. I was like, yep, they got one of those too.
Well, actually,
they got a classic Buffy the Vampire Slayer channel too, where they show the whole series of Buffy.
So actually, I've got one myself, and then I believe Saint and we still need to talk about the ending to Fallout Season 2.
Okay. Well, we'll leave the floor to you guys. You don't have too much
first
longer.
Up, Fallout Season 2.
No, we need to hold on. Let me. I would rather deal with the Star Trek because the Fallout Season 2.
You know what, gentlemen?
You need
Let's
to see
take
that.
this break. I'll let you guys cover this before we jump into SmackDown Alley.
Fair enough.
We have a short SmackDown Alley today, but let us take this break right quick. 5 minutes. We'll be back, and these two will pick up right where they left off, talking some Starfleet Academy and some Fallout Season 2. Right here on Cheap Pop Podcast, brought to you by First GenXers.
I see you, Tech.
We're edging you, Tech.
Bethesda actually finished something? All right. We'll see y'all after the break. Peace.
We back at it. Yep, we still doing it. Poetic beat. First GenXers. Gia. Let's get it, y'all. Come on. We back in the building. It's been a long time cooking in the soup kitchen. And I'm chilling with the same. Dropping these beats, won't stop, nope, I can't. Let me get up in the lab, turn it up. Game on with the first GenXers. What's up? Let's flip on the switch or the Xbox and get up in my zone. I'm clowning. Let me clear my throat for a minute. Shout out to my folks while I'm in it. It ain't nothing but love, it's babe business. I really don't know what's so who ain't feeling this. And this is only the beginning. Now versus then, this is something for the chillin'. Poetic got the joints like McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. The first gen. We're now rocking with Poetic Beats. This is the first GenXers production. Get your PlayStations out. Get your Xbox out. Get your Switch out. Let's get it in, y'all. Holla back.
You got to keep it lovely. You got to keep it. You got to keep it lovely. Success comes right after the struggle. I ain't even giving up on whatever I wanted. The tragedies I've seen, I can't even stomach. Most of y'all weak as shit and would've started running. Every time I make it back to the crib, I'm thankful the Most High let me see all the big. Grateful I'm lovely, and I'm being real with this. Please don't judge me. I'ma stay on my shit. I'ma keep it.
You getting on my nerves. You getting on my nerves. Gang, gang, bitch. You getting on my nerves. Gang, gang, bitch. You getting on my nerves. Get your titty, get your titty, get your titty. Gang, gang, bitch. Get your titty, get your titty, get your titty. I said what I said. No, please don't tell on me. No, please don't tell the police. Gang, gang, you getting on my nerves. She getting on my nerves.
All right. And we are
Yeah.
back, y'all. So as promised, I'm going to allow these gentlemen to extend our pop culture corner for this week and let us know a little bit about the Fallout 2 and Star Trek.
Starfleet
What else?
Academy.
Starfleet Academy.
All
So
right.
I'm going to take a step back, gentlemen. The floor is yours.
Okay, so who are we? Okay, so
Fallout.
let's just go ahead and deal with Fallout. Okay, so we actually find out Fallout is actually going to let you know we get ready to run into a third season because the shit has literally hit the fan, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm telling you, it's getting ready to get really crazy.
Caesar's Legion is reunited.
Kaiser's Legion, man. Kaiser. Get it right, man. Get it right.
Kaiser's Legion is reunited under the great Kevin McAllister himself. Macaulay Culkin is the new Kaiser. As we find out that the death note that the past Kaiser was clutching onto his chest that the Legion split was fighting over.
Yeah.
He opens it up, and the note says, "I am Kaiser. The Legion dies with me." And he promptly eats the note and proclaims himself the new Kaiser.
To be the Kaiser, yeah.
Yes. And so they march on New Vegas. About the same time, we got the new California Republic returning to save the day. Because Maximus, God's bless him, he was going toe-to-toe with Deathclaws. They knocked him through the gate that separates the Strip from the rest of New Vegas, meaning the Deathclaws had free reign. And boy, he would not give up. His armor was at 0 health. He got out of it. He was ready to take on a Deathclaw in his skivvies with a spear.
Oh, he was ready to go.
He was ready. He was ready for the Deathclaw to catch these hands.
Listen.
And then our boy Thaddeus, armless as he is now, that was kind of hilarious.
Yeah, like that was like,
dude, yeah,
one arm shot with the foot aim and all of that kind of ridiculousness.
Yeah, and you know, if you're a Fallout player, Thaddeus basically was using VATS for a headshot with the critical hit button pushed. And then there's more coming in. And the residents of the Strip who had been betting on who's going to win between Maximus and the Deathclaws, all of a sudden they kind of rise up and realize, you know, he loses, we're dead. And they're ready to go out and help him.
It was going to be I've kind of figured, because there was nobody, to me, it was nobody left except for the California Republic.
Who shows up? We get a NCR sniper ranger sitting with a 50 caliber Barrett, anti-material, not antimatter, anti-material, a sniper rifle that takes out light vehicles through the engine block. Okay,
exactly.
And we get that Fallout VATS view of the shot gets fired and it flows and it hits a Deathclaw center mass in the head. Explosion like we're used to. And then the rest of the California Republic Rangers show up marching in form to shoot down the remaining Deathclaws. We get Cooper dealing with Mr. House. We find out that Cooper delivered the cold fusion diode originally back before the bombs fell. He delivers it to President Clancy Brown.
Yeah, whoever he was, like
that was.
We already knew. Listen, we already knew when Clancy Brown shows up And I'm like, oh, let the fuckery continue.
Yep. So he
Let the
basically
fuckery
gave
continue.
he basically gave cold fusion to the Enclave, the proto Enclave, the faction that would become the Enclave. And then he gets down into the vaults. We find out that Hank's real plan isn't the mind control chips. It's the miniaturization so that nobody can tell who's got an implanted chip and who hasn't. We're all just one big happy family getting along because we're forced to. Because either you're a good person or you're being mentally controlled to force you to be a good person.
And that's no fun if you don't have
No.
any type of free will. So
Right.
fuck no.
So Cooper, Cooper redeems himself to the point that where before he goes to check on his wife and kids down in the vault cryo storage, he actually rescues Lucy from her father. And then we see Lucy turning the tables on her father, putting the chip he was going to implant in her, putting that chip into him to make him walk back to a vault to face justice. And of course, we get a great moment between Lucy and Maximus as Maximus is joining in the rush past the strip to get into New Vegas. They see each other. They run to embrace. Fantastic bit. Hinting more stuff. Lucy's dad is just kind of there on the steps of the Lucky 38 casino. And he pushes a button. And all of a sudden he gets that happy blank stare on him. And he doesn't know who Lucy is. And he's like, You've got a little smudge on your face here, miss. And he wipes it off. And you realize that he just pushed the button to blank his mind. Allegedly. Yeah. I think that Hank being Hank, he's faking just to where he can get back into a vault and infiltrate, because
Kyle McClanahan, and that he's
as we find out later, Hank is a member of the Enclave from the beginning. Not only that, we also find out that Hank and Steph are married.
Yeah.
And the last we see of Steph, she's in her office with the rest of the vault, pounding on her door, wanting accountability for her being a dirty Canadian, and killing Woody, by the way. And she sends a message on her Pip-Boy and tells the Enclave to initiate phase 2 of the plan.
Which I think probably was a mind erase.
Possibly. We don't know. We'll find out. But Cooper then goes, completes his quest, finds his wife's cryopod and his daughter's cryopod, only to find them empty. And the bottom of his wife's cryopod, there's a postcard advertising Colorado, and on the back she says, "You're right, Colorado was a good idea," because they were arguing in the past about moving to Colorado instead of just up to Bakersfield to try to avoid what they both knew was coming.
Yeah.
So last we see of the Ghoul, he's headed into Rocky Mountain territory. Max and Lucy, I know his name's Maximus, I just say Max just for shorthand. But Max and Lucy end up in House's penthouse suite at the Lucky 38, watching the Legion and the NCR troops sort of form up, realize that there's a war coming, and the last we see of them is them holding hands together.
Yeah.
So that's great. And then, of course, there's a little flickering on the big screen to show that House is actually still alive in the machine. He's got his consciousness fully in the computer systems. So he's going to be coming back.
Yeah, I'm hoping, because I know from what I understand, Fallout 4 takes place
in Boston.
Or the show, yeah. Well, the show takes place, think like maybe 9 years after
20
Fallout
20
4.
years is what they said. 20 years after Fallout 4.
Oh, I thought it was shorter.
Yeah, it's still short, but yeah. And then speaking of, but Palpatine returned somehow. High Cleric Quintus of the Brotherhood of Steel, Mojave chapter. He survives the Civil War, and they're still fighting. You know, all that shit that Maximus set off with the Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah.
He survives. This is an end credit scene. And Dane, the androgynous buddy to Max in the Brotherhood,
Yeah.
they retrieve an old set of blueprints, an ancient document, and they bring it to Quintus, who is absolutely ranting and railing how he wanted to do this peacefully, how he wanted to take control and guide the Brotherhood to a better future, justifying his actions.
Right.
Like he wasn't about to kill everybody that opposed him. And so he unrolls the blueprints and he says, Quintus the Unifier is dead. I am now Quintus the Destroyer. And we look at the blueprints. It's for Liberty Prime Alpha. For those of you not in the know about Fallout, Liberty Prime is what, about 50, 60 feet high robot that is lobbing nuclear bombs like they're footballs, and he's Joe Montana.
That's crazy.
He's the final boss for Fallout 3, essentially. Yep.
Liberty Prime.
All the while spouting all the pro-America propaganda that you encounter and anti-communist rhetoric in there. It's like, what if Peter Cullen's Optimus Prime and John Wayne had a love child? That's Liberty Prime. It's messed up, like everything in the Fallout universe.
All right.
And so that's where things get left off for the end of the season.
Right.
So yeah, we got more answers. We need more answers coming as soon as
definitely
possible.
we definitely do. But let's get to this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not quite sure if you guys haven't had the opportunity to watch Star Trek Starfleet Academy. It's kids, and you know it's like Star Trek. It's like Star Trek going to college, okay?
But it's not.
But you'll still get.
It's not Star Trek 90210, which is what everyone has been fearing.
Okay, and you know it's pretty good, but the episode this particular week focuses back on to probably one of the greatest Star Trek shows out of, besides the original, because we all know the original is still king.
Oh, I still prefer DS9 over original. I'm sorry. Cisco is the greatest captain, and that's why I'm so excited about this.
Well, we'll discuss that because I'm sorry, but Kirk still fucking rocks. I don't care what anybody says. Kirk, listen,
but
other than Kirk was getting laid. Kirk got laid more than usual, but in terms of women, when it came to, I'm sorry, but the greatest space pimp to me alive is William Riker. All right, of course, but nevertheless, the episode of this last episode of Starfleet Academy was basically giving you
closure to DS9.
Closure, yes,
on multiple levels.
Space Nine.
Yeah, before we do the big thing, the episode was written by
Tawny Newsome.
By Tawny Newsome, who played not Boimer. What was her character's name in Lower Decks? She was the voice actress for the one who was the daughter. not
She was the daughter of the
captain. The
yeah.
captain's name was Freeman, but she had a different last name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's a lower decks. She's a lower decks voice actress. She's also, we find out, she is the 30th century iteration of Dax.
Yeah.
All the way, Dax survives all the way into the 30th century. But the big thing is that one of the characters, their history assignment is to do a report on the life of Benjamin Sisko. And here's where it gets intense, because we hear Mr. Avery Brooks speaking again. He didn't come in to record the lines, and I'm going to get into that in a sec. But Tawny Newsome asked and received permission to use parts of Avery Brooks' spoken word album. And that's where the audio clip is from. Now, why this matters. For those of you who do not know the drama behind the finale of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and I'm not talking the on-screen drama, because there was a shit ton of that to wrap everything up. You know, Sisko leaving his kids, his son and his soon-to-be born child with Cassidy, he leaves them to go into the wormhole with the prophets as the emissary. Avery Brooks refused to film Sisko leaving directly. He refused to take part of that. He did not want, after however many seasons of Deep Space Nine, of being a character of black male excellence, a black father, he did not want to portray a father leaving his son. That is just such a stereotypical trope. And I'm not saying that Ira Stephen Bear and the others in the writing room did it out of malice or to play into the trope. Just that this is what Avery Brooks' problem with the finale was. He did not want to play a black father abandoning his family. Again, another one. And so he wouldn't film the entirety of, they had to film around that last bit around him in there. And so that's what makes this so historically important, is they found a way to get closure. And it's so stupid when you think about it, because the prophets, they're nonlinear entities. Sisko could go with the prophets, spend until the heat death of the universe with them, and then come back seconds after he left and still be with his family. So that's why, you know, not to go all Talcum X on this, but I see the problem. I listened to the problem. I agree with the problem. Okay. And there were ways to work around this, but for whatever reason, it didn't happen. And that's why we never got full closure with Sisko's story.
Well, I will say this on to that end, because as a single father raising sons, okay, let's put that out there. Okay. This was a very important episode. It was also a very important piece of closure.
Yeah. And we also got
important piece of closure.
We also got Cirque Lofton returning as Jake Sisko as a recording of Jake Sisko, but still, we got him back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was good.
Yeah. And there's an entire wall of Starfleet's honored dead that we see in some flashes. And we find out that Nog made it to Admiral. Nog, the bad influence kid,
yeah,
the first Ferengi in Starfleet, he makes it the post-traumatic stress poster child for DS9 with what he had to go through in war. He makes this to a Starfleet admiral.
That's decent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we get closure for all these storylines, all the unanswered questions that were happening. And like I said, I don't have access to Paramount Plus. I haven't really been into Star Trek for many years, simply because they're changing what was established as the series canon for Star Trek. The Star Trek Bible, basically, that was written by Gene Roddenberry, transcribed by Roddenberry's disciple, Michael Okuda. And once Enterprise came out, once they started going back in time, they threw out everything that Roddenberry had for the establishment of the Federation, for encountering the Klingons, for the Federation-Romulan War, for all this history. Roddenberry had it all laid out. Okuda had it all laid out. Read some of the stuff that Michael Okuda has written in the mass market paperbacks, and you will see exactly how different things are, starting with Enterprise.
Okay.
And, when Discovery came out, it's like, oh, we're giving the Klingons another cosmetic facelift. It is what it is. I'm glad there's people that are enjoying it. It's just not my jam. I feel no urgency to catch up on it. But from what I've heard, Starfleet Academy is making up for a lot of what I consider not sins, but problematic.
Gotcha. All right, Saint, any final thoughts on Starfleet Academy before we jump into SmackDown Alley?
No, hey, I said my piece, man. I said my piece.
All right.
I'm sorry. And I was laughing because it actually gets back to the Muppet Show, where we see Seth Rogen in the audience talking with, another Muppet in there. And he said, well, I wasn't exactly upset when they cut me for time in this, but then they brought out the armadillo and the tutu. I mean, that's not canon.
Hilarious. Hilarious. Yeah. All right, y'all. So that takes us right out of Pop Culture Corner and right into All right, so we'll get through this pretty quickly, gentlemen, because it was really only Raw and SmackDown this week as we've begun the road.
There's only one major thing to talk about, really, from Raw.
Yeah, well, we'll kick off with just the major story out of, two things that major came out of. First and foremost, I love the Obafemi.
Oh, Oba. I mean, I love the War Raiders. The War Raiders are my boys, but I'm kind of, I loved Obafemi. I just, I can't give it a 10 out of 10. I give it an 8 out of 10 because everyone thought that they were going to get a War Raiders tag team match with somebody. And no, It's just Obafemi coming out and laying waste to the War Raiders. He's tossing Ivar like 7 feet up into the air. He tosses Ivar above. Obafemi tosses Ivar over his own head. Yeah. Over Obi's own head.
Remember,
I'm like holy, bravo for Ivar for getting the bounce on that and taking the bounce, but just the sheer power of Obafemi was on display. I would not be surprised with him doing the same to Bronson Reed at some point in the near future.
He's expect him to quote a phrase from back in the day. Expect Obafemi to be the next big thing.
Exactly.
They're going to have him come out and just lay people out and just destroy people.
Yeah, he's got the size and power of Andre the Giant, but he's also got the speed of the fastest big man that you can think of.
Oh yeah, he reminds me of a little stiffer Samoa Joe. If for those who know who.
Yeah.
You really think so?
Yeah, like a little bit stiffer. Like Joe's a little bit more flexible with how he ran.
Because he had more experience. Obafemi is literally he's got a rocket attached to him and he's just shooting up the WWE roster at this point. So they need to cool him down a little bit to give him a little more time to get used to everything. I personally want to see an Obafemi versus Omos match.
We may get that. Get that.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Omos, the AAA giant, apparently, Liv Morgan doesn't love Dom.
No, she's engaged to.
She got engaged to Omos.
Yep. I'm not. There's so many jokes there. I
know. I'm
just gonna leave it alone. Like no jokes in a bad way. Just like
yeah.
Anyway. Braun Breaker, of course, had a meltdown and got kicked out of the LA Knight returned to basically foil the plans of the Vision yet again.
Yeah.
We saw the going.
I like, you know what? I think the Masked Man routine could be the new El Grande Americano, where they could switch. I mean, original Masked Man, Austin Theory, new Masked Man, LA Knight, another Masked Man appears to interfere, but LA Knight's already in the match, so it can't be LA Knight. Mm-hmm. And just have this recurring. The Masked Man is basically the foil of the Vision. Nobody knows who it is. No. And as soon as you get speculation of who it is, the speculation gets kicked out. I think that'd be a great bit for them to go with.
That'd be fun. They did it. That's basically what they just did with Chad Gable with the El Grande Americano.
Yeah. And speaking of which, we had El Grande Americano face off against El Grande Americano, or at least interrupt. Not just at the Royal Rumble,
by the original, as Michael Cole keeps saying, or El Grande Americano.
Yeah.
Gunther mocked AJ Styles and retiring him. I think where this is going to go on for a few more weeks. We also had the Bella Twins come out and announce their intentions to go after the women's tag team titles, which I'm here for it.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just happy to see Brie back in the back in whatchamacallit.
Back in the mix.
Stephanie, in the matches that took place, Stephanie Bakir retained against Raquel Rodriguez. Ms. Bakir. Keep that title for a while. Penta beat Bronson Reed by count out. Knight attacked Reed with a BFT on the chair. And then we had Javon Evans take out El Grande Americano.
And that's where Javon wins because of the sudden appearance of original El Grande Americano Original,
who says gracias and gracias.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Javon Evans, for our listener or for our viewers, I sent these two gentlemen a clip from the Royal Rumble of backstage at the Rumble, and Becky Lynch. She just plays the heel so well. And then you see this clip of her backstage at the Rumble, and she's being den mother to Javon Evans. She's like, is that all the potatoes you're going to have? No. You need more potatoes. Get some more on there. You need to carb up. It's going to be a long match for you. You got to carb up. And just tending and just, it's like, it's so wonderful to see that side of her. Because we don't get to see that side of her very often.
She's always playing the bad girl.
Well, more than the bad girl, she's playing the tough bitch. Yeah. So,
as J. Cargill would say, I am that bitch. Anyway, So the big Fiesta Resistance of Raw was the main event segment with Roman Reigns coming out to choose his WrestleMania opponent after winning the Royal Rumble.
And you called that one too.
Yeah,
Yep.
they
You
talked
called
up.
that. You called that one, Dark Lord.
They talked up Roman. They talked up Drew McIntyre, but it's like
Yeah.
I said, I assume that if Roman wins, we're going to get Roman and CM Punk, and
Yeah.
because
And the
that's
world
biggest
title.
match.
Not even
Yeah,
like
for the world
oh,
title.
Roman was like just 2 minutes into his promo, and then we get the
Oh, the jabs they were throwing at each
Oh,
other.
God, that was a
were
masterclass
amazing.
in promos. That everybody, all the new kids needed to take notes of that. That was perfect with CM
And
Punk.
I would say this: a lot of people might combat that point by saying that the crowd reaction would say differently, but I would say this: that was just a dead crowd. Like there is such a thing as just a dead crowd.
Yeah.
Like the crowd doesn't necessarily get what's going on, even if everything's been explained to them.
Yeah.
And
also you have to understand it was in Philly, and the Eagles just lost to the Patriots. I mean, they're not exactly amped up in there. They're all like,
that was a while ago.
I
That
can
was a
damn
while
those
ago.
pumps.
But
Yeah.
good try. But yeah, so I say it like this. I think the promo itself, as far as those two,
beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. They both brought up solid points. Like Roman really killed it at the end with the, you didn't think I was going to choose you.
Yeah.
Like I hate you. I choose you because I hate you.
Like
I always have. And then brought up something from like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Bravo.
Punk was all like, I'm the reason you have a job.
Now,
because he brought in Roman Reigns as in the Shield in there.
I don't know why they made CM Punk lie like that.
Right.
Because the reality of that situation was CM Punk originally wanted Chris Hero as the muscle for the Shield, and Vince said no. Roman's gonna be that guy, and made him take Roman.
You got to play to the kayfabe, because Roman's response is like, "You're the reason I have a job. Yeah. I'm the reason you were able to come back after a 10-year vacation, because creative came to me, asked me, would you be cool with Punk coming back in? And I said, sure. I had no problem. I gave the go ahead for you to return."
Yeah, they went back and forth, and that was
just I'm surprised that arena did not burn down with the amount of fire those two were spitting.
This promo was great now, but I think, and I'll say it like this, I don't think it was bad, but I think they waited too long between when all this stuff happened. Because like technically they were supposed to be on the same side, because Heyman turned on them both last year at WrestleMania.
Right.
All of a sudden this year they hate each other. Like after we've gone through Survivor Series and everything else that we went through with them, like now all of a sudden they hate each other. Like I get it. Like they always hate each other and they're just kind of tolerating each other. But
allies of convenience.
I don't know. I don't feel this payoff was right for the story that I felt they were telling.
Right.
When I watched what I watched before.
And also we're going to get that kind of that. I don't want to see it, but I think we're going to get that same basic play with Charlotte and Miss Bliss. I'm not going to say the name so that we don't have the fourth member of the podcast.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't think that it'll be something similar. Yeah. But I don't think it'll be.
It's going to have the same.
It's going because they have a true friendship, whereas at no point did Roman Reigns and Punk, claim to be actual friends. Like they were always just kind of tolerating each other,
right, in the kayfabe. But behind the scenes, you got to be on good terms with whoever you're stepping into the ring to, at least if not familiar with it. I mean, think of all the
at least
shit
able
that
to set
happened
it all aside.
Think of all the shit that happened between John Cena and Roman Reigns. And there was a picture of Cena's gym that he runs, where he has a wall of fame for the 2-ton club, where it's like 3 weightlifting sets, squat, powerlifting, on there, and right on the list is Joe Anoa'i.
Yep. Roman Reigns.
Yeah. So
All right.
you got to respect and have at least, cordial relationships. So I'm not saying that they're best buds, but
Oh no, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to tell you this right
I mean,
now. I'm almost 100% sure that Roman Reigns and John Cena are tight.
no,
Like,
I'm talking about
sure
Roman.
that they
I'm
talk
talking
on
about Roman and CM Punk.
Well, I doubt. Yeah, I doubt
Yeah.
that they're really that tight. But I think that they have a relationship. Like,
Oh yeah,
I think they get along. Like, I'll put it to you like this: they're both Heyman guys.
Right.
Like, and in that regards, there's a bond there.
Yeah.
Like Paul doesn't just manage anybody.
Yeah, and
like, you got to be considered somebody special for Paul to want.
They also recorded a cameo in Zootopia 2 together. Zebros.
But all right, so that was Monday Night Raw, and I think that's going to lead to an amazing. But then it left us sitting here wondering, okay, then who's going to face Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Well, that road is starting to begin with Friday Night SmackDown and them doing the Elimination Chamber match or qualifying matches over the next couple of weeks.
Elimination Chamber.
SmackDown saw.
It's going to be at the end of the month.
What's up?
Elimination Chamber is the end of February.
Yes, at the end of this month. Because then it only leaves 4 weeks between the end of WrestleMania, which I believe will be the first weekend or the second weekend. All right. I just have to touch on this at the very beginning. So Drew McIntyre comes out, looks like he's about to cut a promo on SmackDown. Cody Rhodes chases him down, beats him down, and runs him off. Now, mind you, just heads up, this happens a couple of times to Drew McIntyre throughout the show. All right, but the first time Cody does it, Cody gets in the ring and cuts this promo about how, and the one line that sticks with me is he says that CM Punk, he goes, CM Punk and Roman Reigns had their little measuring contest. They didn't want to involve me because there's a reason why they called me Raheem, and I was like,
when I saw that, when I saw that, I was like,
yeah,
okay,
not Raheem, not Cody Raheem Rhodes. Oh my goodness.
My nickname is Raheem. I was like, okay.
But yeah, like I think that they gave us. I think that what they're going to end up giving us is, I think somehow it's going to end up a triple threat between Cody, Jacob Fatu, and Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. Like, somehow I think we're getting that, even though technically only Cody or Jacob can make it into the Elimination Chamber because they face each other in a triple threat match with, I forget who else the third person was, but they face each other in a triple threat match next week on SmackDown to see who goes to Elimination Chamber. So, but I think somehow by the time we get to WrestleMania, we're going to end up with a triple threat match between Drew, Jacob Fatu, and Cody Rhodes. If not, then Jacob Fatu is going to be the first to get a title shot after WrestleMania with whoever walks out of WrestleMania. But Drew McIntyre was ambushed a second time when he tried to come out to cut a promo by Jacob Fatu.
Funny. that to me that was funny, and to me that was also a lot more deeper than the Cody attack, because man, like Cody attack just came out of nowhere, but when Drew McIntyre came out there, he was like, yeah. Then he was like, yeah, that I mean, yeah. He was all with the shit. So it's like, okay.
Jacob Fatu officially became my number one current favorite wrestler when he said the line where he said, I went from EBT to WWE. Done. Mm-hmm. I'm done. like you're it, dude. That's it. Love it. Mr. Fatu, you have my respect. Like, anyway, but yeah, so we saw Jacob Fatu attack him. Finally, Drew comes out after the third time and actually was able to cut a promo where he talked shit about everybody else, because now Cody and Jacob Fatu was no longer in the building. And he talked shit about everybody, and then called CM Punk and Roman Reigns scared. Called Roman Reigns scared because he knew he didn't want to face the Scottish Warrior. He'd rather face Fragile Phil. Yeah, it was darts thrown. But let's see. We also had a non-title match where Carmelo Hayes went over the Miz that I thought was just one of the matches of the night, if not the match of the night. Carmelo Hayes is doing things with that United States Championship. And
yeah, he is. He's doing a lot of good stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's definitely better when he's cocky and when he's a champion. Like that's the best version. Obafemi made his SmackDown debut, beating up Mr. Toxicity himself, Kip Wilson.
Yeah, like what is the deal with this dude?
Say you are toxic for asking that question.
Yeah,
I don't know,
but
it was wonderful watching Obafemi toss that man around like a 10-pound sack of rice. Like Oba was just, wee, you're gonna fly today, son. He gonna walk up and put his finger in the chest of Obafemi and broke his finger damn near just poking him. And Oba beat his ass, and it was hilarious to watch. Yeah, and then we closed with 2 good matches. One being a men's singles match between Tama Tonga and Shinsuke Nakamura. That was pretty darn good. Like, if you don't know who those two are, go back and check out their New Japan days. They are 2 amazingly talented young men. We also had Tiffany Stratton win a triple threat match with Lash Legend and Chelsea Green, qualified for the Women's Elimination Chamber.
I honestly thought Chelsea Green, listen, despite how she may be part of that Hervis or whatever, Chelsea Green, she be with the shit.
No, she is the leader of the Secret Hervis.
I know, but I'm just saying, just that whole, like she's pretty dangerous when she gets in there, and she makes it happen. And besides the comedic part of it,
yeah, she does. She's a hell of a wrestler. We also saw a triple threat match that involved the Viper, Randy Orton, Aleister Black, and Solo Sikoa that should be up for match of the year. Period. Them gentlemen put on a show.
I'm sorry, but that last part when Sikoa, when he just walked up, he just knew he was geared. I was like, yeah, I'm just waiting for him because it was like he could have been breathing on him, and next thing you know, pow, 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 RKO, done. I don't know
because I love the camera angles on that, because they showed the camera angle with Solo behind Randy, and they showed it where you could see Randy's face, and Randy kind of stops and looks around and then looks back and then jumps into the RKO and grabs Solo and brings him down. And I was just like, yeah, that was pretty cool. Like that's Randy Orton. Randy Orton is probably one of the smoothest wrestlers you'll ever see in your life. Like Jim Ross used to say about him, if God were to sculpt the perfect wrestler inside and out, Randy Orton would be it. So charisma,
the RKO in the air from WrestleMania, what was that, 36?
Oh, you talking about the one I went to?
Yeah.
The one I saw live?
That's still to me the best RKO ever.
I don't know. To me, it's rivaled by the Carlito RKO, where Carlito like springboarded off the top rope and then Randy caught him in midair. Like that was the early days of RKO. When Michael Cole used to scream that into the mic, RKO out of nowhere. So all right, so that's it for wrestling talk for today. We got a couple of quick things to go over for the video game talk. Let's get to it. All right.
That'll be brief.
All right. So Walk us through it.
All right, Tech.
It's officially a new era for Cyberpunk.
You can start paying attention again, Tech.
Nothing has happened in video games except GME buying 500 million in crypto. I don't understand that.
Whoa. That's crazy. That's crazy work.
But why is it officially a new era for Cyberpunk?
Yes. Okay. Getting back, because I know I submitted this. Let me pull it back on up. It's a new era for Cyberpunk because of a fan-made mod that basically creates a fourth life path, which is determines your backstory stuff. Hang on, let me pull it back up. So it's called Cyberpunk 2077, The Final Cut. It adds in new outfits and other customization options, introducing new features that make the game even better. And it's currently available on PC. It's a curated collection of mods that overhaul the original game. Includes more than 2,800 mods in total. And unlike Bethesda, everything has been tested to ensure that the mods work together perfectly and are compatible with the latest version of the game. Because we all know the agony of Bethesda gaming where, hey, this mod looks cool. I installed it. Shit, why is my game crashing now? Why is it all hung up? So yeah, it basically is new story content, different kinds of vending machines. It's a total of 150 gigabytes of storage space on the hard drive. So that's something. That's
something for the diplomats.
That's like 2/3 of the full game itself.
That's a lot of but then again, that's gonna probably that's probably gonna be worse than GTA.
Yeah.
Or just about as bad as GTA 6.
It's basically giving the players more content while we wait for the next iteration of Cyberpunk 2027. Whatever.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. I was just going to bring it up. Yeah. So Cyberpunk broke the world upon first release. They just want to break the world again with 10,000 mods.
and you know what? And as bad as that release happened.
Yeah.
And was like they talked about that. Listen, they talked about it like really, really bad. Like I didn't even really want to mess with Cyberpunk,
and it was
until they got it fixed.
Yeah.
I'm
my
tired
only
of buying
interest
broke games.
My only interest was from the role-playing game, and so it was. I was a day one guy on it, and it was kind of. I had a lot of, again, my ADHD brain. It's like I can't accept this new continuity. So it just doesn't feel right to me. But Cyberpunk 2077 and No Man's Sky are the two Phoenix Rising from the Ashes game that give me hope for Starfield.
You think so?
If Bethesda wants to put in the work, and we talked about that last week, is that apparently Bethesda has had closed door previews of new content for Starfield that's been rumored around for the past couple months in the Starfield community, just that people can't talk about because of NDA disclosures, things like that. But we'll see. So yeah, for Cyberpunk 2077, yeah, I'm down for that. I tried to play it before I made the PS5 more accessible to me in seeing in seeing the smaller font types and learning how to use the accessibility options to make my old eyes able to read the small type. So, yeah.
No. All right.
So, yeah.
So
Go
that
on.
was the Cyberpunk story. Next up is a sad story for Ubisoft and all of us as Ubisoft hires a 13-year Assassin's Creed veteran just days after suspending him for speaking out against the company's return to office mandate. He vehemently states this was not my decision. What's the story here, brother?
Not sure about that one. And as much as I played, as much as I played the Assassin's Creed games, but now let's just see which versions of it is.
Mm-hmm. So, and I believe oh, no, that's not Assassin's Creed, it's God of War. I believe that the God of War TV series just also cast its Odin. Let me look that up real quick.
Yeah, I did see something about that.
Okay, so anything about the article that's up on the screen here?
What?
Ubisoft firing the 13-year Assassin's Creed veteran?
No, it just ADHD brain taking and making connections that don't necessarily exist.
Oh, you're losing it, man.
I know. I am indeed. Because I'm not a big parkour player fan, which is why I get Assassin's Creed and God of War. Oh, yeah. Mandy Patinkin will be Odin in the TV show.
Okay.
So, hello. I am Odin.
My name is Odin. Yeah.
Yes.
I caught it right there with I caught it right there on the Princess Bride. You just about to say
You killed my son. I kiss you goodbye.
Yes.
Okay. All right, last story up. Nakomi Nazi Hunter is a grindhouse-inspired action game where you brutally kill a lot of Nazis.
Okay. Look.
Yeah, it sounds like a hell of a good time for me. That's going to be a day one.
Okay, but here's the thing. How many Nazi games do we really fucking need? Because you listen.
One more.
You have
the answer is always one more.
You listen, yeah, but you listen. You have Wolfenstein, and as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to Nazis, that is the pinnacle of those games.
You can't have enough, right? But you can't have
you could. Yeah, maybe if you can. I mean, well, I'll take that back.
Look, as someone who's
Army, no. Wait a minute. Hold on. What is it? Zombie Army.
Yeah.
The Zombie Army series. I'll take that with the Nazis and stuff like that because you get to kill a lot of dead Nazis. Okay, I get that. When it comes to zombies and shit like that, but when it comes to Wolfenstein, oh no, you definitely want to be able to get yourself Nazis. I mean, it's an alternate 1940s, it's like from the 40s to the 60s to I think the 80s where the Nazis won World War II. Yeah. And I love those games, I like knocking off dead Nazi or knocking Nazis, but then you got the Indiana Jones games. Then you have, other ones. I mean, the Nazi is pretty much a trope to me, bro.
Yeah. Well, I understand your point, but at least Indiana Jones and the Great Circle gives you multiple varieties of fascism to punch and kill. You're not just killing Nazis this time. You're killing black shirts, which are the Italian fascists. You're going after the Japanese fascists. So it's equal opportunity fascist killing. But okay. I mean, I was playing the Wolfenstein series back before it became a 3D first-person shooter.
Oh
Back-
yeah, I mean
yeah.
that was shit. I had that. Listen,
That was on the
I go back as far as the Apple II.
yeah.
Okay.
Same here.
That goes
Right.
back as far as the Apple II, but
Yep.
Hold on,
when it
gentlemen.
just changed into that 3D aspect, yeah. I'm
You
just
know,
saying.
our comment section has been being lit up by the one and only Tech Tinkers as usual.
Yep.
Yawn, another Nazi game. Yawn, another Assassin's Creed. Yawn, another 2D platformer. Yawn, another pixel art game made with MS Paint. Yawn, another battle royale. See, I'm gonna tell you right now. That's why I play sports games. Like, I get it. I understand the fun of playing games like James Bond for the Super NES and stuff like that. And
Well, I
007.
mean, it hasn't been another, but I mean, with what you call it, because I was even going to say that there hasn't been a James Bond game in like.
I'm about to see him redo a James Bond game.
No, but I'm waiting for this new one because it's supposed to be totally brand new, and because Amazon bought the Bond franchise, I mean,
You know
it's
what I
going to
would
be a little
love.
different.
You know what I would love to see remade, a video game. Not many people would agree with this, and there's not a big market out there for it. But Sewer Shark for the original Sega CD. I would love to see that game remade because it was actually a blend of like, because it was on CD, it was actually a blend of like actual live video and video games.
Yeah, I remember that game.
I would
That
love to see
and-
Sewer Shark make a comeback.
That game and fucking what was that? Night Trap?
Oh god, no, not the perv game. Oh god. The whole purpose of Night Trap being
With Dana Plato,
where you
from
the
Different
whole thing
Strokes.
just being a creep using security cameras to spy on co-eds in their underwear dancing around.
Goodness.
It's that
Yeah.
that and that isn't even the most cringe game that I've become aware of.
As
And there
said
was
in the
even a
place, why is it that every time humans invent something new, they gotta make it into something sexual?
Because it's what drives technology. Do you know the whole reason why VHS beat out Betamax when Betamax was the superior technical format? Because Sony wouldn't license Betamax out to the home porn industry the way that Philips did with VHS. Literally, that is why Betamax lost.
According to Tech Tinkers, the last great game that was released was Man Eater.
Oh, for
That
Sega
never had
Saturn.
anything more done to it. I don't know. I've never played Man Eater.
I'm dead.
But all right, y'all. So let's go on ahead and pull this train into the station, and let's close it out with a little. Where can we find you next? Where these two gentlemen and myself will tell you where you can see our.
Who's up first?
Next.
Saint, I will let you go first.
Oh no! You got it first. You got it. You made the mistake last week, and I said it last week. So eat that.
I will be on night shift tonight. Getting back to Horizon Forbidden West, streaming midnight till whenever I fall asleep or whenever Saint kicks me off tonight.
No, and that's no, sir. No, there will be no. Listen, he does his thing at 3 a.m. East Coast time. Ain't no way in hell. I'm sleeping. I gotta be work tomorrow in the cold, through the snow. Cha-ching, motherfucker. Okay. No, seriously. Tonight, Well, I've gone back into the audio aspect of now versus then, or actually NVT Deuce, because we wanted to play a little more into. Yeah, we like the videos, but we're gonna be running some. We're gonna be running some audio and going back to the old school style, back when we used to be on that other network called Spreaker. And we wanted to just go ahead and drop. So after the classroom, whenever the classroom goes off as quickly as we possibly can, then yeah, we will be running a very brief, wonderful set of NVT Deuce, the audio, what we now call, I guess, the audio sphere or whatever. But yeah, we're going to be just using our imagination as like the radio. So yeah, NVT Deuce after the classroom.
All right.
If the classroom is running.
I was going to say, I can't guarantee that it is. I'm waiting to hear back from Miss O'Malley, see if she's going to go on. We have Super Bowl. People had Super Bowl parties they had to go to. Not me.
Not me.
Yeah. We had listen, I had no skin. Listen, I live in New England.
Not me.
I live in the New England area. I wouldn't give $6 about the Patreonauts or not. And I really don't give $6 about the Sea Chickens either.
Yep. I'm right there with you. The only reason why I'm not on Team Giant Meteor is because it would take out Bad Bunny as well.
Well, actually, for me, it's more so because it would take out Levi Stadium, and that's where my.
Oh yeah.
That's where well,
So we'll give you one last shot here.
It's whatever, dude. Like,
yeah.
Talk about the game Man Eater, playing as a shark eating everyone on swimming docks and the beach.
Oh yeah, that I thought it was Man Eater that there was a Sega Genesis game or a Sega Saturn game named Man Eater because we were on that topic. No, yeah, Man Eater, that's a game. It's basically you are Jaws, you are the shark. Yeah. You get points for devouring beach swimmers.
That is hilarious. All right, and with me, you might catch me in a little bit, depending on what Miss Heather says, and you'll definitely catch me this week. I should be getting some streams in. I've been having some issues with streaming with light streams, so I'm going to see if I can get them fixed and get back up on Tuesday. All right, so that'll do it for us this week. Guys, it's been a pleasure as always. We will see you guys next week.
All right, I'm raiding out.
YouTube's 50 Cent. Gosh. All right.
All right. Peace out, man.
No, peace.